It will be one-on-one, and if you bring one, it'll be two-on-two. I got the Texas Outlaw, and I got Rob Royale, and we will stomp a mud hole in anybody's ass that comes through that door and wants to challenge us. Rob Royale will be here tonight. Nick Noble will be back in a couple of weeks. What they did wasn't just dirty to me, it was dirty to everybody else. I want to show you what they did. There ain't very many electrical outlets around here, so we've ran this place on extension cords for years. Hold on just a second. Every single extension cord that was in this building, every single one of them, they cut the ends off of them. Because they didn't want us to be able to run this light. They didn't want us to be able to run heat. They didn't want us to run a concession. They stole the concession stand counter. They didn't want us to be able to run this place. The speaker wires, the speakers that blasted you people out and had you complaining to me that it was too loud for years. They cut the ends off of those too, but Roger Blade had some. Thank you, Roger. But most importantly, there was a plaque that hung on this wall. It hung right there. It didn't just represent me. It didn't just represent Rob Royale. It represented years, 15 years of professional wrestling from Billy Maverick's first match, from Billy Maverick's 3-year title reign, from when Coco Beware's house burned down on Christmas Day and it's burned down and we did a benefit show for it. And Coco Beware won our heavyweight title. And I'm talking about WWE Hall of Fame Coco Beware. There was a plaque hanging on that wall. Here's that plaque. Here's that plaque. I came here on the last SCW show in October. The very last show the man had anything to do with this business. And he sat right there at that concession stand, at that announcer's table. And I walked up to him and I said, Matt, I know you're taking things when you leave. There's one thing that I want back. I want that plaque. I want that plaque that hung on the wall. And he said, Draven, Billy Smith took it home with him because he wanted to update the champions on there. I'll call him and make sure he gets that back to you. He didn't update the champions. The champions weren't updated. It hasn't been updated since 2009. But I posted it. I found the plaque today. I found the plaque and I posted a picture of it on Facebook, and Matt posted in a comment saying, the plaque got busted accidentally in a wrestling match. Yeah. There has been no wrestling here since I confronted him about that plaque. Truth be told, there's been no wrestling here since June 18th when me, Texas Outlaw, Rob Royale, Nick Noble, and Billy Matter, and Yukon Mike all walked out. There has been no wrestling here since then. But this was not busted in the ring. This was busted by Matt Douglas the same day he busted that TV, the same day he stole the guardrails, the same way he stole hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars of Sweet William Valentine's weight equipment that was here. He didn't want that stuff. You can look at Matt Douglas and tell he don't lift weights. He ain't never touched a weight. Unless you're talking about fat boyfriends. Matt Douglas didn't want that stuff for himself, and I hope somebody hears his friend, and I hope somebody goes and tells him that Eric Draven was talking about it, because I'll say it to his face. He wouldn't say it to mine. I can show you hundreds of text messages if anybody ever wants to see them. I don't delete anything. I've got them on Facebook, I've got them on my regular email address, and I got them on my phone. Matt talking nice to me, wanting to be my friend still, asking me to come back. But then he gets on a radio show and he lies. He goes on this radio show and he said that Sweet William Valentine told the owner of this building to not give Eric Draven a key when Eric Draven was running the training here. I asked the owner, I asked Sweet William. It never happened. That conversation never happened. But we didn't advertise this show tonight or there would be a crowd here. We just advertised it a little bit on Facebook and a little bit by word of mouth. We didn't hang one flyer. We didn't put an ad in the newspaper. And this many, I know it's not many, but this many people came out for a show with no advertising. Next time we have a show, we'll advertise it. And it'll be twice this many. And the show after that, there'll be twice that many. And the show after that, you will have to fight to get a seat. I promise you one thing, there will be stars in here. Ricky Morton will be back. Coco Beware will be back. We got some newer guys. Shark Boy from TNA, he will be in here at some point in time. We will have stars here, but that's not what I'm out here for right now. What I'm out here for is to tell you that anytime you see Matt Douglas, if you see him at Walmart, if you see him in Louisville sitting at a table eating with his boyfriend, if you see him anywhere, tell him that Eric Draven wants him badly to come to Madison and stand face to face with him in the ring. That's all I got to say, Jack.